What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mama and Papa Joe. Grilled chicken is on the menu tomorrow. We're going to marinate and brine this chicken overnight, and we're going to throw it on the drum in the morning. Let's get it. We've got us a pretty nice looking 4.5 pound chicken. Actually 4.6 pounds chicken. Wingtips intact. I'm going to get this to the sink, rinsed off real quick. We've cooked a lot of grilled chicken over the years, man, made many videos, but today it's going to be a chimichurri chicken. We love chimichurri, but every time we've used it, and we've used it often, it's been on beef or lamb. This is going to be the first time we use it on poultry. As usual, you know I'm going to spatchcock reverse of what most people do. I go through the breast instead of the backbone. Right down the center. And come in with some sharp shears. And not get my finger. I'm going to trim off any excess skin. All right, we're going to be stuffing under the skin with a chimichurri mix that we're going to make in a little bit. So what I want to do is to carefully and gently create some little pockets without totally lifting the skin. And I would rather not poke any holes in the skin. All right, we're going to set this aside, get my hands clean. Then I'll come back with 4 tablespoons of room temperature butter. I'm going to be using Alfragone's chimichurri mix. Not really measuring, but I'm thinking to start maybe about a 1/4 cup. We'll see how that looks. Very little salt in this chimichurri mix. A little olive oil just to loosen things up a bit. So we just want to give this a good mix, make sure it's incorporated. And this is what we're going to slip under the skin of this chicken. We're going to do kind of a dry brine. Somebody asked me recently, have I ever dry brine with my rub? And I was kind of surprised because I hadn't thought of that. Always dry brine with just kosher salt. So we're using my Grand Oaks garlic jalapeno. And we're going to go pretty heavy on this bone side before we come back to the skin side. I'm going to put some gloves on. So we're going to try this. Just spoon some of this in here. And now just spread this around. Then we're going to come back with a pan and a rack and on with our little birdie. Finish that with a little garlic jalapeno on that top side. Remember, there isn't much salt in that chimichurri mixture. And folks, this is going into the fridge for an overnight. All right, sports fans, here we are. Out the fridge, been about an hour coming to temperature. I'm not going to add any additional seasonings just yet. What I've done is created just a little more olive oil and my chimichurri mix with a nice sprinkle of some garlic jalapeno. And towards the end, I'm just going to sort of brush this on a little based. We're going to head outside right now and get our drum to temperature. All right, our drum is sitting on 400 degrees right now. We're going to come back with a couple of small pieces of some cherry. I'm not using any type of heat deflector, so we're going straight over coals. I'm thinking this is going to be no more than an hour, 15 minutes or so. Most of the cooking is going to be bone side down. We'll be back out here in about 20 to 30 minutes just to make sure we're not going crazy. Half an hour, folks. Let's take a look. All right, we are cooking well. Starting to tighten up nicely. Let's see what's happening underneath. Oh, that's beautiful. Gonna come in here with just a little more basting mixture. Chimichurri. Now that we're skinned down, I think I might only go for, give or take, 10 to 15 minutes. If I can get the skin side to look like these wings right here, oh, we're gonna be golden. 10 to 15 minutes. So it's only been about 12 minutes since I flipped, but man, I'm scared because of the butter and the olive oil. I want to check this pretty quickly. Oh, and that was a good call. I'm just going to flip it and put it back down. So we seem to be a little hotter on this side. I'm going to give this another 5 minutes. Just another 5 minutes, like I said. Let's hope that wasn't too much. All right, that's better. All right, so we're gonna give this maybe another 10 minutes. You know, I need to get a temp. That was a good call to get a temp. Oh yeah. Folks, I'm way over. It's time to get this off. I'm gonna just try to dry up that fresh chimney I just put on there, and we're gonna get this off. 2 minutes. Folks, this is a 55-minute cook. We're gonna give her a couple of minutes to rest up before we dig into her. Beautiful. All right, sports fans, here we are. That's a pretty bird. She smells great too. There we go. Not the cleanest of cuts, folks, but she is tasty. Wow.
Not the wing.
There's a second one. Folks, I tell you, that grill flavor from the drum, those juices dripping on those coals, bouncing back up, that spicy chimichurri, that Grand Oaks, perfection. Wow, this is tasty. That took 55 minutes, folks, less than an hour. Too simple. Want to thank you guys and gals, as usual, for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe. We really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video come very soon. And like always, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla.